So today the moon goes into Virgo early in the morning, well, for US time zones, it goes into Virgo in the morning times. And that brings in the feeling that we need to get things right. So whatever you are working on in your life, if you're feeling like something isn't quite right, or like you need to keep working on it, or like it's not good enough yet, that is that Virgo energy. And then today we also have the moon, not the moon, but Pluto changing direction. So it is stationing from where it's been going retrograde since May 1st, stationing to change directions and go direct again, moving its way forward, heading back toward Aquarius, where we've had some themes on and off throughout this year about what that transition from Pluto in Capricorn to Pluto in Aquarius could look like, what it's going to mean, and what we'll be focused on. I'm Marina Ormes here with your Astro Vibe for Tuesday, October 10th, and we are completing the moon cycle that began with the Virgo new moon. So we have this now come full circle with the moon back in Virgo, asking us to review, to revisit what it is we've been working on, to look at what we need to complete or get right. So Virgo is all about improvement and perfectionism, right? There's a sense of perfectionism with Virgo because it's asking us to make things the best we can. And we want to respond to that invitation to make things better by asking ourselves, hey, how can we make this better? How can we improve on it? How can we make it work even better? How can we make it do what it's supposed to do even better, instead of thinking of it as something that is not good enough, will never be good enough, it will never be worthy or deserving. Those are some of the negative expressions of Virgo energy. So we want to shift any internal criticism that may be present and shift it into, hey, this is all this is doing, is telling me how I can make it better, which is never a bad thing. We want to make things better. It's satisfying to make things better. We get to make them work, right? When you fix something that's broken, it feels good, and it's just it has that elegance of now it works, and it wouldn't have worked if we hadn't put in that effort to do the repair or make the fix or put the time into it to make it work right. So that is the invitation of Virgo. It's asking us to clean up what needs to be cleaned up, to improve upon what needs to be fixed, and make things better, in that spirit of making them close to perfection or as beautiful as we can. And so as we work on that Virgo energy, we're also asking how we can be of service. And with this moon cycle focusing on aligning with our own path of service, we can ask, how can we do things? How can we make things work so that they are more useful, helpful, so that we can improve, we can make things work better so we can use them to improve other things. And that's the beauty of Virgo and the magic of Virgo energy. So with this full circle, the moon is going back through Virgo where it began the moon cycle. It's bringing some completion. It's asking us to review, what have we worked on? What have we improved upon? What do we still need to improve upon? What can we put energy or effort into that is going to make our lives work better or look better or feel better, and our bodies feel better? And then with this Pluto energy, so we have this intense feeling of this Plutonian vibe with Pluto stationing. It's slowing down, hovering on a point to change directions, and it brings in this deeper, intense energy of truth, power, transformation, honesty, really bringing things that have been below the surface up to the surface for us to look at. Not always a fun or comfortable process. So in that willingness to transform that we want to invite into our lives, because transformation means we can have more of the things we want and less of the things we don't want. To create our lives differently, we need to transform internally. And Pluto just reminds us that that discomfort that we feel when we move into places that are not comfortable or familiar, when we feel things because they're coming up from a deeper place that perhaps we'd rather not look at, when we do that work of feeling those things, that vulnerability, that discomfort, that willingness to be with what scares us, is what creates that foundation of deeper transformation, of more there's got to be another word for deep, right? Something that's more permanent, something that creates real change in the long run. Okay, so we've been doing this Plutonian work since Pluto stationed retrograde on May 1st. We've been doing this Plutonian work internally. And that internal process is about review and looking deeper at the skeletons in our closet and being honest with ourselves and bringing things that have been something we didn't want to have to deal with up into the surface where we have to deal with them, and shining the light into the dark corners. So that's been happening internally, and with Pluto's switching directions to go forward, it's going to start moving outward into the outer world. So we're going to start being more honest in our outward expression. We're going to start needing to talk about things outwardly that are maybe uncomfortable or difficult. We are going to need to think about themes of power. Where is the power? What needs to happen to restore balance of power? What are the foundations of power with Pluto in Capricorn, and how can we create foundations and think about giving birth to foundations of structures and institutions going forward? So that's going to be the outer work of Pluto that we are at the very beginning of, with Pluto, heightened Pluto energy as Pluto changes directions to go forward. And I had a great video earlier this year about Pluto in the final degree of Capricorn, really Pluto in those later stages of Capricorn where it is still hanging out. It is now direct. We'll be moving through 27, 28, and 29 degrees of Capricorn before it goes into Aquarius in January. So earlier this year, Pluto did enter Aquarius for a few weeks. And so check out my playlist called Changes Coming in 2023, because even though we're deep into 2023 at this point, there are some great videos in there about this deeper background theme, this bigger picture of what it means for Pluto in Capricorn, what it means as Pluto is going in and out, leaving Capricorn, going back into Capricorn, going into Aquarius. What does that look like? What does it mean? How are we completing work that we've been doing since 2008 when Pluto went into Capricorn? All of those topics are, I share thoughts on them in some videos. There's a video, Pluto in the final degree of Capricorn. There's another video called Pluto retrograde. There's another video about Pluto going into Aquarius. So check out that 2023 playlist for some deeper insights into the meaning of Pluto if you're interested in this topic. And we are all affected by it, whether we are aware of it or not. So it's facilitating deeper levels of change and where we focus our transformation. As Pluto goes into Aquarius for the first time since the late 1700s, which you might remember that as a time of collective, in society, in the world, globally, rebellions, revolutions, right? The American Revolution, the French Revolution, things changing. So check out some of those videos in the 2023 playlist for my thoughts on that and what we can expect as Pluto heads into Aquarius in 2024 and goes back into Capricorn briefly in November of 2024 when there happens to be an election in the United States. Fascinating stuff. All right, that's all we've got time for today. I will talk more on these topics, but check out those videos if you missed them or just want to review them on Pluto themes for this year, because they're still very, very pertinent in the 2020 changes coming in 2023 playlist on the Astrology Heals YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe here for more of these videos, daily self-care and astrology. For your unshakable self-care, I am Marina Ormes, and you can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.